Why am I always like trying to pick up a stack of palettes? Do y'all struggle like this too, or is this only me? Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube, and this is Cotton Candy Chapstick. I'm laughing because I don't know why I do this to myself. The crazy is enjoying the videos you do if you do videos, and even if you don't do videos, enjoying the channels that you watch. Basically, just enjoying your time here on YouTube. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to use, however you want to use it to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube, we are about being thirsty. Right now I need something to drink. But other than that, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without your face paint on. If you've been here before, let me know if you say the intro with me, because some of y'all probably do, or at least in your mind. I do curse on my channel sometimes because I do curse in real life sometimes. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, y'all my Troll Ken fam, how y'all doing today? I appreciate each and every one of you. You clicked on my video to watch it, and you did not have to do that, and I appreciate it. This video, and the reason I'm laughing is because I'm going to do what I think are summer palettes. Today is early morning. It is almost 6 o'clock. I have not been to sleep yet. I am nocturnal. So I go to sleep lately between like 8 and 11 in the morning, and then wake up same day in the afternoon, early evening, late evening, nighttime, something like that. So the first day of summer is technically June 21st. And again, today is June 14th. So I laugh when I do this because I have less than, oh gosh, let me stop stammering. I have less than 50 palettes. I probably have maybe 40, 41 palettes. And so when I try to do spring palettes, summer palettes, fall palettes, winter palettes, it's all the same stuff. And it's very subjective. I wear whatever all year round. I don't do the seasonal stuff, and I know a lot of you don't either. You wear whatever you want to wear whenever you want to and just rock it because you know you can and you are the bomb. Don't be letting people tell you, oh, that'd be great for you to use next spring. Child, pull that palette out and put it on your eyeballs. Not your eyeballs, on your eyelids. Put it on your eyelids. I am a literal person. And so when I hear people say, I'm putting this on my eyeballs, I'm like, no, you're not. That's just a me thing. I am a critical thinker, for those of you who are new here. An analytical, linear, concrete, critical thinker. It's a thing. Trust me. I have a clinical background. It is a thing. So the first palette I'm going to pull out, just because it's right here in front of me, and it is what I'm wearing right now. Can you tell I'm excited? The Selim Cosmetics Forest Heart palette. As you can tell, one look on one eye, one on the other. The reason I think people would consider this summer is because it looks like what summer looks like. You have, you know, your greens, you have your flower tones, you have some lighter tones. This is a pretty duochrome. That's on the center right here. And so even though it's looking like a bluish, purplish, and then it's like a pinkish, but I think this is summery. If we go by what it looks like outside, depending on where you live. Because sometimes, you know, summer looks different in different places. But where I am, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the state of Delaware. And that's kind of what it looks like in the middle of summer. So these are in no particular order. These are just how I pulled them out of where they are. This is a MAC palette that I created from singles. Same reason as this palette I showed you, Forest Heart. You have your green tones. You have your light ethereal tones. You know, brown can represent dirt. So you can get deep looks from this, but if you want to stay light, airy, colorful, these two columns got you. And these two can be your transition shades if you want to. So that's why I chose that one. This one is Martine Cosmetics Petite Touchon, which means little whore. That's literally what that means. Google it. That is what it means. And I chose this palette because it's just very basic. You can use this as a liner. Me, I would put it on a lid somewhere or something, or layer this over it or something. But light ethereal looks. Nice bright pop of orange. This could be your liner color. This can be your liner color. Light ethereal looks is what I think some people will consider summer palettes, not pow pow, you know, stuff like this. This one I definitely think people would consider summer. The Moolah Bank from Martine Cosmetics. It's all grass. It's all green. Dirt. You can use that for your liner. I have a 6-look video with this, and the looks were pretty. Light looks. It is a light colored palette. But yeah, this would definitely, I think, fit into the summer palette category. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. This one, Nomad Mount Verde Club Forest. This is bold summer. This makes me think of tropical islands because this is what you're going to see. You're not going to see desaturated colors. You're going to see bold, bright colors. If you're sitting out on the beach, the water may really look like that, or it may really look like that. And then you have the greens, you know, the bright leaves on the trees and the different types of trees and things. And so this is definitely what I would consider summer because it is so bright and it is so bold. And for me, where I am, summer is bold colors because of the flowers that I avoid at all costs because of my allergies and my asthma. So don't bring me flowers because you'll get your feelings hurt because I won't. I'll accept them and then take them home, throw them in the trash. And I will tell you I'll do that because if you know me, you know I'm allergic to flowers. So if you brought them, you're a little dumb. But anyway. Okay. Get to know the person you're seeing to know what they like and don't like instead of just bringing them things because you were taught, bring a woman flowers. Every woman don't like flowers and every woman don't like chocolate. I like chocolate. But every woman don't. Get to know the person. Don't just take stuff just because you were taught to because every person is not the same. I'm on a rant right now. This one, Nomad Iceland Fire and Ice palette. Not the whole palette, I don't think most would consider summer. But if you're talking about sea tones, you're at the beach, these are the tones you're going to see. And this is a sunset right here. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You're on the beach, you're chilling out all day, this is what you see. You wait until sunset, the moon's coming over the water, how the colors change. This is what you're going to see. Yeah, let me know if you agree with me about Iceland being a quote-unquote summer palette. And I keep doing the air quotes and saying, you know, quote-unquote, because different things mean different things to different people. Whistler Snow Lodge, this is also from Nomad Cosmetics. This side of these two columns particularly, because you can do light ethereal looks with this. This green here can be your liner. So if you just want light ethereal looks for summertime, this palette got you. And if you want to do a light blue look and just put this one as your liner, pop this one on the lid, that nice little shimmer. You can use this as a liner. So actually this whole palette. And again, wear any palette you have all year round. Try not to stay, and I'll say stay because I know a lot of people are, try not to stay in the habit of, oh, I'll bring this back out next summer. This will be great for next spring. Y'all use y'all makeup. Use it. Just use it. Natasha Denona Circle Local palette. You saw how my face just lit up. This palette is so much fun. This is colorful and it is fun. And the Circle Local means crazy circus. Who goes to the circus in the wintertime? You don't. You go in the spring and in the summer. So this is what you're going to put on. And you're going to do a fun look. And you're going to go to the circus and have a crazy ass fun time. Did I tell you I curse sometimes in my video? Yeah, I did say that. So this, yeah. This is not original to this palette. The shade that was here was a metallic of this shade. And it did not show up on me at all. So I took it out. thought I would use this to deepen up looks, but because I like just using the palette how it is, I have never used it since it's been in here. This is from Sunset, so it's like, why are you here? I could have just kept the original shade there. But anyway, yeah, I would consider this a summer palette because it's fun. And if you're going to a circus or a carnival, this palette got you. This one has your back. This one, because it is light and ethereal, and it surprised me that the mattes did not make me look ashy. Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette. These three in this column are not original to the palette because I used the one in the top row and the one in the middle row had a bad reaction. So I just took all three out. They sold them Macari. These are from the Heather Austin palette. I have not even used these with this palette yet, but I have used these 4 mattes and these 4 mattes. I haven't even used these 2 or these 2 yet. Surprisingly, the pastel shades did not look ashy on me, and usually pastel shades do. And so I really like this palette because it surprised me. But if you're just wanting just a light, easy look for your summer with your little summer dress on and your sandals and have your shoulders out and all of that, this is an easy palette to use if you don't want to do stuff like this. Oh, I'm almost finished. Awesome. Lethal Cosmetics Berlin 89 palette. And y'all gonna be like, girl, no. No. But hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Just look at it. This is what I do. Colorful or bold or smoky or that messy grunge look. And I did a collab with Shawnee, and we were to do the other person's aesthetic. She likes pinks and mauves and purples and the soft looks, and I do stuff like this. So it was a challenge, but we both had this palette and we used it, and I did a really pretty ethereal look. I don't prefer ethereal looks on myself, even though I do think they're pretty, and I did a really pretty ethereal look with this palette. I don't even remember what shades I used. I really don't, but you have these light tones here. These are lighter tones. This blends out really pretty. And so I'm putting this in here. You can use this for your liner or use this as a liner. So I'm putting this in for a summer palette because you can do a light ethereal look and have a pop of color if you want to. And you have a liner color built in because there's a black in here. I was surprised that I did an ethereal look with that palette because I was just like, I'm gonna link that video below because I didn't know what to do, and it came out really nice. 3 more Lethal palettes. This is one made from Single Shadows. Again, you have, this isn't, well, I like all the ones because I picked them all. But thinking of summer, I'm thinking of grass and flowers and, you know, what nature looks like in my part of the world on the East Coast. And other than like these right here, these other tones are what you're going to see. This just shows up as like a shimmer green. This shows up as a silver. But you can do a really nice look with these 2 columns. And depending on your complexion, this can be your transition. And this could be a liner, or just do a look like with these 3 shades. You know what I mean? And so that's why I picked this one, because looking at it, you know, to me, summer is just green grass, and stay away from it because I'm allergic. This is a 6-pan Lethal palette I created. Fun pops of color. Fun pops of color, meaning this one here. This is a UV reactive shade. But I've done some really nice looks with this palette. This shade right here is Untamed. Do yourself a favor if you shop Lethal Cosmetics and get this shade. This goes with this. This goes with this. This goes with this. It looks a little off with this, but then if you blend it a certain way or something, you can make it work. But this definitely with these 3, this for me is a transition. So this, and you can share these out too. They go on intense because I'm heavy-handed and I like intense, bold colors. But if you want something light, just use like a really light, fluffy brush and just put this all over the lid and put this as a topper on the lid. Transition, your look is done. Nice, easy, simple look. Or put this on the lid and top it with that. And nice, easy summer look. When you're going out, excuse me, for a walk, you know, to the ice cream place, and it's like 80 degrees at 9 at night, which to me is just friggin' ridiculous. I do not like the heat, y'all. I do not. My body cannot handle it. When I was in Texas, I passed out from the heat. I did. And when I was, no, that was Arizona when I passed out from the heat. Texas, I was there when I was active duty in the military. I had like heat exhaustion all the time, and I was guzzling water and Gatorade all day, every day. My body does not tolerate heat. It does not. But this is a nice, fun, quick palette. Do 1 shadow looks, 2 shadow looks, but whatever you do, do yourself a favor. Untamed. This one. That's a beautiful shade. This is another Lethal Cosmetics palette. This one is Jolena. It came in the mystery bag. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I knew there's a lot going on with this palette. The formula, Lethal's formula is phenomenal, whether it's in like a pre-made palette or singles. But this, okay, hear me out. Maybe not the whole palette. These 2 shades, this, these 2, and this one. And this as a liner. Those are your summer tones, your summer shades. And so even though maybe not the entire palette, you can do an easy 2-tone look with these 2. These are both metallics though. So maybe just even use this one and put this one outer corner. Or put this one and put this on as a liner. You know what I mean? So just light ethereal looks that you can do with this palette. Depending on your complexion, this may be, stuck my finger in it. This may be a transition shade for you, depending on your complexion. I just said that, didn't I? This one may be transition for you. This could be a nice pop of color as well. You compare that with this one. So that's that palette. We have 2 more, and they are both Pat McGrath. The first one I'm going to show you is Decadence. It's all metallic or satin, whichever you call them. I don't know. Light ethereal looks if you stick to like this side and this shade. This you can use as a liner. This is the only one that smells like vanilla, and it smells so good. But if you're into light ethereal looks for the summertime, these 3, this and this one right here. If you want a fun pop, pop this on the lid somewhere. This blends out into a matte, and actually so does this one for me, blends out into a matte, and even this one as well. So those would be great liner shades if you don't want to put those on the lid. And whatever I'm showing you, if you don't have them, it's not a big deal. Just dupe out the colors for something similar. Why do I want to say similar? For something similar in your collection. You know, I'm getting sleepy, which is great. That means once I wash my face off and take a shower and brush my teeth and lay down, I will actually go to sleep. And I'm slurring my words because my brain is like, will you just stop? The last one I'm going to show you, Moonlit Seduction. You're going to get light ethereal looks from this palette no matter what you do, unless you layer. And I did do a look, and I smoked this out, and I was surprised. But if you just do the regular type looks that you see with Pat McGrath on YouTube, it's just all light ethereal looks. And if that's your jam, this is definitely your jelly. Why am I stammering? Because I'm sleepy. I just said that. Girl, they heard you. You said it already. And my eye is drooping. Look at this eye, all droopy. The more sleepy I get, the more this one droops. And that makes this one look bigger, like. Okay, all right. So this is the last one. Thank you for being here. If you made it this far, if I made you laugh, click the like button. If you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button. Leave a comment. If you do videos on YouTube, share this video in your community tab. I also have a membership thing, so you can join if you want to. If you don't want to do that, if you want to do a one-time thing, you can do a super thanks. So all of that stuff is down below, or it just pops up. It's somewhere easy to find. But yeah, definitely Moonlit Seduction, Pat McGrath Labs, light ethereal looks, spring, summer. You know, she got you, because that's what she do, and that's usually what people do with her palettes. So that was it for me for the summer looks. We had Pat McGrath, Moonlit Seduction, Pat McGrath Decadence. Yep, that's everything. Lethal, Jolena palette, 6 pan, Bright Fun Summer Shades. Lethal, another palette that I created because you have your green tones, your earth tones, which is what you see in summer. Berlin Underground do light ethereal looks with some of the shades. Natasha Denona Trio Chrome because the whole thing is pastel-ish with some shimmers in it. Fun palette, Circle Loco. Put it on, go to the carnival. Yo, I miss going to carnivals. You know why? The funnel cake and the cotton candy and the corn dogs. And yes, even saying that is making my stomach feel sick. But that's what you do at carnivals. You eat all the good stuff and you deal with the consequences later. Nomad Whistler palette. Nomad Fire and Ice palette. Nomad Mount Verde Club Forest. Martine Cosmetics Moolah Bank. Martine Cosmetics Petite Tachon. Matte Cosmetics that I made from singles. And Forest Heart from Selim Cosmetics. So that is my lineup for summer, what I consider summer palettes, which double as fall palettes and winter palettes and spring palettes. I'm trying to keep up with the trends. I'm trying. And because I don't have a lot, it's a struggle. And because I don't do seasonal stuff, it's just like, what? Wait a minute, do I got something else over here? Wait a minute. No. Nope. 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 Girl, you're so rude. Anyway, yeah, this is how high the stack is. Like, my hand is like right here on top of the stack. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think of these picks. Let me know if you have any of these palettes or if you think you'll dupe some of the shadows from any of these palettes. Oh, the sun is coming out. My balcony blinds are like slanted open, and I just noticed it because they're reflecting over. They're reflecting off the panel, and I noticed there's like a stripe like down my face. So let me sit over here. That is so weird. So anyway, if you're still here, click all the things I said earlier. Because if you're still here, you're here for a reason, and I do appreciate it. So let me know if you agree with these picks. Let me know if you have any of these palettes. If you do, let me know your thoughts on them. If you don't, and they're kind of on your wish list, or they've caught your eye and you've been thinking, I do want that palette, I'm not sure, I'm waiting for a sale or whatever, let me know that too. And I do reply back to everybody because I want you to know that I see you and I appreciate you. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me in the next video.